Men and elves have united one last time to reform the last alliance to face off against evil men and orcs sent by Sauron. We're here back in a Dawnless Days Total War Siege battle, and yeah, we have a glorious 3v3 here for you today as we are back on Dunburg, one of the most popular maps I feel like for Dawnless Days sieges. And yeah, we have the forces of good on the defense here today against the forces of evil, but forces of evil from multiple ages. As we do have the new Shadow submod on, which had, well, some new factions from a whole different age after Sauron has been defeated. But I'm guessing, I don't know, maybe this is in a world, I don't know, where Sauron's also come back. I don't know what's going on here, but we've got a bit of a clash of ages here. And we've got, yes, the Colossus, the city-state of Colossus here, joined by Mordor. And then we also have the Orcs of the North over here. So we have War of the Mountains on as a submod as well, because that's how these guys are added. We also have Warriors of Ardor and Last Breath on and New Shadows. So there's a whole cocktail of submods on in today's Dawnless Days siege battle, but it is nonetheless still going to just be some plain old Lord of the Rings action for you here today. And we do have Shipwright Nobles already fighting against Legionnaires of Colossus over here. I imagine that the Shipwright Nobles will win this one. The Legionnaires of Colossus, they're okay, but they kind of also do rely on those jabbies of theirs to be thrown before they go into action, so they definitely end up winning these melees, but also kind of getting focused down here by the watchtower. And as you can see there, yeah, losing decisively, those Legionnaires, of course, there. They are tier 3 going up against a tier 4 sword. And there you go, the elves should be able to deal with that. But, yeah, it seems like an odd choice there from Colossus, I'm not going to lie, just to land a random unit here. Whether it's to snipe the supply barrel, I don't really know what the plan was. But yeah, an interesting move nonetheless, that is for sure. The defenders, yeah, aren't defending the outer parts of the city. They are already sort of defending quite a way back, holding sort of, this is a typical line that quite a lot of people do hold, is sort of holding this choke point here, which is already stacked with Noldorian spears, Noldorian nobles in there. It's triple stacked, is that defense there. It's pretty insane. We've got some barricades over here as well with Pelargir Marines on. And then we've got another barricade over here actually as well with more Pelargir Marines on as well. And we have gone over the factions that are attacking today, but the defending ones, we do have the Kingdom of Gondor, of course. We have Lindon, and we do also have Ithilien here, which is the new Shadow faction that is added in. So they're kind of like a bit of a blend of elves and also men of Ithilien. So that's an interesting sort of combo going on there. They're pretty solid. Their infantry looks quite similar to Gondor infantry, so yeah, they could get mistaken who is actually where. They've changed like some of the like helmets, like this guy here on the left, are a little bit different, and they have slightly less armor. They are actually a tier 2 heavy melee infantry, not a tier 3 very heavy like their Gondorian counterparts. But yeah, they have archers, mostly come from the elves. They have the Sylvan archers over here. There's another one over here as well. They're hidden in the forest. We also have Forest Watchmen, which are a pretty solid spear. Tier 3 spear. They've got some like wolf heads on their helmets there. And then another unit I've seen is these guys, which I don't think we saw, Lords of Emin Arnhem. We have done a new Shadow video recently, and I don't think any of these units really featured. I mean, the Sylvan Archers did, and the Ithilien regulars did, but yeah, none of those other guys made an appearance, I don't think. But First Blood, it's certainly with the forces of good. They've done a lot of damage, if not, I think, not quite fully around that Goldur blade. Getting close, and now it's Uruk Throng with bronze chevrons going in. So evidently this must be a high money sort of game, because I feel like most people aren't usually bringing chevrons unless they have money left over, and a couple of bronze chevrons suggests quite a bit of cash left. That's for sure. But they are knocking down this barricade nice and quickly, and they should overwhelm these Pelargir Marines and get themselves some juicy man flesh here today. Those Uruks, yeah, are much better, and especially if they've got those chevrons there. And then there you go. Pelargir Marines really rely on those jabbies to do a lot of work for them. They're not really going to hold, and you can see immediately losing decisively. And yeah, that's an easy win there for the forces of evil. Do let me know in the comments as well who you're rooting for. Are you team evil? Are you team good? Are you, yeah, rooting for the defenders or the attackers in this one? I know there's quite a few of you that always do love team evil. And the Legionnaires and Colossus here, getting off those jabbies first before they go into any sort of action. They do look very Legionnaire-like. Certainly their officer here. They still had some ammo in the tank, apparently. These guys do remind me as well of like the Attila desert factions, which I think is kind of where they get some of the assets from. They have done some damage to these Noldorian spears, not masses, but some. They're going to need to, you know, get some more jabbies if they want to do any damage to those Noldorian nobles. Only killed 2 of them. But yeah, a really strong defense here. I would have said this is overkill from the Noldorian player. I would pull back a spear and a sword. Use them elsewhere, to be honest. I feel like, yeah, you're going to need to send troops elsewhere, otherwise you are going to get just kind of overwhelmed and swamped. But he's got plenty of reserves, and it does look like they are planning to make a last stand defense up here on the hilltop. It looks like they got a lot of stuff up here mustered waiting, including General, that is Elbron here, the Royals of Ithilien, and we have the Veterans under the Stars here as well. So yeah, it looks like they plan to stand up here and make a considerable stand. It looks like only a token defense force is going to be down on its lower level, but a lot of elves. I mean, in one swipe, if they had artillery, that would have been a prime target for smacking those up. We are going to see a lot more Legionnaires as well come in this direction with all their jabbies. Not a bad play. I mean, if the archers aren't going to shoot those guys with their jabbies, then they are just going to kind of get a free raid and just jabbing the pole arms and the spears. Looks like the Pelican Marines were able to escape, 75 of them at least. The orcs are able to feast on those that have already died. But yeah, the next line of defense is the Gondor Sword Infantry. That's going to be a lot more tough to break through. But yes, if you're new around here and you enjoy the Dawnless Days action and Lord of the Rings content and want to see more of it, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here. We are super close to 12k subs. And yeah, if you haven't already subscribed and you really want to help out the channel, just hit that red sub button down below. It's much appreciated, and it really does help out the channel. And yeah, we can get towards that next milestone for the channel. And it looks like the elves have read the room that they were just going to get jabbed to pieces, and they've decided to retreat. And it looks like we're now about to see some sort of an actual assault here by Colossus, the city state of Colossus. Which I think these guys, if you don't know, I mean, I'm not 100% sure, and I'm pretty sure I got told in a comment, and I've already forgotten. Pretty sure these guys come out of Harad. Basically, these are like the new version of Harad. Colossus is sort of like, it's sort of like a Numenorians. Like, yeah, well, Umbar's already got Numenorians in it, but I think it's like from there, it's basically what Colossus is. I've probably been told in a comment, I've forgotten already. I think the lore for these guys is quite tenuous anyway. They are vaguely mentioned. I mean, the 4th Age is barely mentioned as it is. But I think that is the case. I also learned in the 4th Age, I mean, the guy that is like, sort of like the main baddie in the 4th Age is a guy called Hurmur, and he is seen as the false king. So he's like the false king of the reunited kingdom. He's defeated within a year, which is kind of pathetic. I feel like on his part that it only took a year to defeat him. And he's supposed to be the next big bad or baddie. And he kind of gets beaten quite quickly. Gondor spears in here as well spawning. I didn't even realize. So yeah, Gondor helping the elves there. But yeah, and Hurmur, which he's not in this video sadly today, just bring on like what remains of the orcs, and he gets evil, disenchanted men as well from the reunited kingdom to rebel. So it's not very well documented 4th Age, but there is a bit of lore for it. There you go. Uruk-throng starting to run out of steam and also getting defeated by, I would say, a superior sword unit, Gondor Sword Infantry. They are using missile support here, though. We have got orc bow rabbles firing and trying to do some damage to the Gondor swords. I think that's why we're now seeing the Haven Watchers come over here, and they're going to take on that Mordor bow rabble, try and do some damage to that. Because that is a 3-on-1, which is very much in favor of the elves. And you want to take out your opponent's archers as soon as possible if you can. Just give yourself that extra edge in a siege battle. If you have the range, you can do so much damage with it. Bit of a mistake, though, I personally think, for the defenders. I mean, they have defended one. Is their supply barrels? They've like set up. I mean, by not defending the outer walls, they've kind of sacrificed their spirals. There aren't really many other places you can put them, apart from that one spot over there. I think you could... I don't know, might be able to put... No, you can put one here, but that's sort of it. Yeah, actually, they are kind of short on spots. So yeah, they are going to really be able to resupply stuff, which is a shame. Maybe they might look back on that and think, we should have maybe defended those or used them. But we'll see. They are using quite a bit of ammo right now to shoot mortal bow rabble. Kill them off. Not that they're aware of it, but there are Olog-hai. Actually, they might be. They're not hidden. The cav is, but the Olog-hai aren't. I guess you can't hide trolls in forests. But they need to save ammo for them. Absolutely. But yeah, look at some of the chevrons on these Uruk Throng. It's actually kind of crazy. They all have like multiple bronze chevrons. Which is, yeah, insane actually. And we've got Mordor Uruks. Pretty sure Mordor Uruks are the goblin. Yeah, these are the goblin Uruk. These aren't usually in the Mordor roster, but I'm guessing one of the submods that we have on, probably Warriors of Arda, adds Mordor Uruks to Mordor's roster. I never realized that. Whether that's a new thing, I don't know, but yeah, that, I guess, makes Mordor even more well-rounded. Makes him very scary, actually. There you go, the Throng battling away. Still, this is a fresh unit that's gone in, that's fighting the Gondor swords. Still really would like to see like an orc unit that is like sort of more like an orc fanatic unit, like sort of I think they've got it for like the low tier, like the pillagers have like the unit card. It's like a guy with a red face, and it's quite cool that they have added that, which I guess maybe he's a pillager, but like an orc fanatic, maybe like a cult of Sauron sort of like type unit. Maybe it's like an infantry command unit would be quite cool. But and I still feel like I want to. Drummer trolls, I do think drummer trolls are going to be a thing, but I think they'd be so funny to see. We've got Uruk bodyguard down here with silver chevrons. They've really bizarrely chevroned up some units of Mordor. I'm interested to see what the funds are. I really am, which I feel like everyone's like, oh, bigger funds is better. It just gives your defenders more stuff to work with as well. Duldor blades going in. Taking on those, I thought these are called the Watchmen, Forest Watchmen or something like that. Forest Watchmen, yeah. Golden Blade's pretty solid. Don't know if they'll beat these guys. I don't know how well New Shadow units balance with main mod and other mods, like other sub-mods. I would have thought probably, I don't know, probably okay. I think I know that like certain faction, like certain submods, like the Wainriders submod, is to be used exclusively on its like own. You're not supposed to like play Dol Guldur. There's its own Dol Guldur, but if you played like the vanilla Dol Guldur up against Wainrider Dol Guldur, it would not be a fair fight. Oh, this is Cheetah Scars, of course. Yeah, there's like orcs of the north there. Maybe no, they are definitely Mordor orcs. Okay, interesting. Or Mordor Uruks, sorry. But yeah, I know that Orcs of the North also have Mordor Uruks available. Whether they brought them here today, I don't know. But yeah, lots of Gundabad units. We've got another Olog-hai over here as well by Orcs of the North. So 2 troll units. It's probably why the balance power is so far in favor of evil. But yeah, it seems like a relatively even fight down here. Builder blades do some damage, but yeah, the Forest Watchmen holding their own. They've only lost 8 guys. It looks like, yeah, over here, Uruk Throng, they made some headway, but not masses, and the elves are having to shift troops over here to sort of stop the rot of this choke point already. I mean, we are seeing missiles being fired as well by bow rabble. I'd save my ammo as well. You're firing a head-on into a double shield wall defense there. But also, you can have bigger and better things to be shooting later on into the game, especially like these Noldorian nobles that are waiting right at the top of the hill. Does seem as though that the defenders as well are sending more and more troops. I don't know why we're getting lag now. But more and more troops down this hill. So yeah, Gondor's not giving up on this outer defense, which is good to see. I don't really like when players basically camp entire armies up on this hill. I feel like it just kind of lacks imagination, and also just like, why play on this map then? Just like pick a different map if you're not happy with sort of how you defend this one. Or just don't play a siege. You're not really playing for enjoyment if you're just going to camp at the very top. Yeah, that flank holds strong for now. The elves have fully taken over this this flank here to defend here. It looks like the Gondor is giving up on this themselves. Noldorian elves are enduring a volley, and here comes a charge from the Orc throng. I don't think they're going to break through this, and they don't really get a charge off. Very much more of a, I don't know, just a walk towards the elves and endure that hit. Over here as well, they've made a proper assault now. We've got shipwright nobles losing. I mean, they're fighting Legionnaires of Colossus. Yeah, Legionnaires of Colossus, nothing too exciting. Not that veteran version. There's Gondor swords in there as well, and Gondor spears. Oh no, it's just a Noldorian spear. I thought it was Gondor's sword. It's on its way up though. There's a lot stacking up in here. Really, the attackers, if they want to be really smart about this, they should have their archers of the jungle pass and all these marksmen of the mausoleum. They should be outside the city and side-shotting this defense. It would fall a lot quicker. I mean, they would probably get challenged by archers. If you could beat the archers, though, in a ranged fight first, that would be also huge. And then you could, yeah, just undo this defense here, inflict a lot of damage on these very elite elven units and also the Gondor units there as well. We've got Elbron over here. Looks like he's decided to come down from his cliff top perch, and he's now going to set up here. I do quite like this unit. Fountain Guard basically with a bow unit. That is a bow unit. Very cool. The Royals of Athelion. And you've got Sylvan Archers here, took a lot of damage as well by the looks of it, so one of their units. Lots of Athelion Rangers, of course, as well here. Shark infantry sent in, and actually, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize they've fully broken through over here of the attackers. Looks like they've had a bit of a fight here, Lords of Eminanen. Yeah, they've had a fight here. Looks like they've just been cut down to, it looks like they got cut down to a man. Doesn't look like at all like anyone here died. I think it's just the Olokai that have been chasing them, doing all the damage there. They've fallen back, and now look at this. Yeah, Orcs of the North are breaking through. This is a huge problem here for the defenders. The attackers, they should be racing across, trying to catch up with these spear units over here, and just trying to inflict as much damage as possible. That Pelega Marine that's going to be killed. That's being encircled there. But yeah, the attackers, they need to keep chasing these forces down here. That is what is the real problem. Is letting too much back up onto that upper tier. They do not want to let that happen. Servants of the Eye, they've dismounted. So we're going to see the strategy of dismounting your Servants of the Eye in play once again. It's not a bad idea. Again, massive mistake, a massive gap open by the defenders there. With their pole arms not set up, Fountain Guard here could get focused down in the side as well by Mountain Orc traverses, but they need to get infantry up here and then also you know, just take advantage of that choke point, well, this gap in the choke point, which is going to get filled by Gondor swords, but it's going to get charged first by Servants of the Eye. Well done to the Gondor player, realising the mistake. Still going to face a nasty blow there, though, from the Servants of the Eye. Trolls are in here. I mean, they're going to possibly get dealt with by the Gondor infantry here, but really, yeah, Gondor should just... Well, I mean, sorry, Mordor and the Orcs of the North, they just need to just focus down these Fountain Guard, just kill them off. They need to get reserves up here. I don't know why so many of the units like Blades of Gun just being so passive back here. Just get these guys all forward, get them around here. I know they're probably worried about enemy archers, but you need to get your army pretty much just all the way over here now, just based there, so you can continue to assault up that ramp. But yeah, massive let off there, I feel like, for the defenders. I feel like they made huge mistakes there. A better attacker, I feel like, would take better advantage. Nice little sneaky move there. That's absolutely fine to do. Using the side of the wall there to get around this defense. A Legionnaire of Colossus is now going to charge after all these Haven Watchers. Try and kill them off. That'll be a good haul if he gets these. They are going to have to go to melee here temporarily, the Haven Watchers. Now getting charged by shock infantry here. Again, they need to just try and kill as many assets as possible. We're going to see more Legionnaires do the same little move, flank around there, try and again pin down as many units as possible, because as soon as they see the outer defense starting to crumble, the defenders, I'm going to instinctively just try and fall back to their final position and try and hold there. And the more stuff, like I said, that's up there and that final defense, it's going to be tougher for the attackers to break through. I mean, numbers-wise, they have 7,300 against 4,600. But with this incredible cliff defense, the defenders can close that gap. Absolutely. With some of their elite units as well, they're still a really good spot. Trolls being committed early on as well could be a mistake. Could work. I mean, it has worked to start with. They got through those Emin spearmen very easily. Got Champions of Dol Guldur over here. They're losing, which I'm kind of surprised by. They are only just fighting Gondor swords. Whether they're getting shot at, I don't think so. Yeah, they're doing. And this Vanguard here is actually down to 37 troops. They are, doing some serious damage to this defense here. If they can get some more support in there, that could like make a real big difference. Here comes more blades of gunpowder, which is good. They need some more infantry in here to support, just so the trolls aren't taking all the hits. Basically, there is another slightly healthier pole arm coming here. Wardens of Athelion, they're being sent in now. I don't know how well they'll do against the Olokai. We'll find out. Got Servants of the Eye in there as well, which is good. But they need more. They need a bit more mass in there, I think, in my opinion. Champions of Dol Guldur, they are still getting... I think it's because they're like kind of technically sort of in circles. That's why they're losing. I don't know. Really odd. Very, very odd, I will admit. It doesn't look like any further assaults taking place. These units here are going to die a death, though, which is... good result here for Evil. Shipwright Nobles, and we've got Gondor Sword Infantry and also a Gondor Spear down here, all being murdered by evil men and orcs. I mean, the men of Colossus, they might not eat the men and the elves, but those orcs, they'll appreciate that man and elven flesh. There you go. And they're also going to get access to the supply barrel, which is good because they won't be able to resupply anything else, will the defenders. But it looks like most of their troops here have a lot of ammo left. A lot of Gondor archers with full ammo, which is good. And yeah, a fair amount of other units over here. Elbron pretty banged up. Whether he's seen action, I don't know. He's a pretty small unit. I can imagine he's... I don't know if he has missile block. He might do because he's got a shield on him. The player might... the dev might have given him some. But he's actually only an 85-man... bow unit. Bows typically don't have very good missile blocks. You should be able to actually easily kill him. Oh look, High are starting to die. Yeah, the missiles are starting to rain down onto these trolls. I don't know if they're killing them that effectively. Oh look, I can soak up an archer volley. Really need Javies. And they are starting to die though, 6 out of 8. They are starting to die. But yeah, Javies and crossbows is the best way to kill them with range. Here finally comes more support. Like I said, they really needed this earlier. These trolls are taking too many hits. Olokai down to 5 out of 8 now. There is another Olokai still looking forward. I think Mordor's is still yet to be committed. Yeah, he's down to 4 out of 8. Like, why he's not committing more? I mean, he is charging a polearm position, I guess. That's what he's concerned about. That polearm's pretty banged up. You could get around it as well. There's a flag very much open here. If the player realizes, he could definitely easily have just unlocked this defense. The defenders, they have more here. But you should just stretch it. Just try and really, take advantage. Tomb Raiders got Kamul here as well. They've glitched him in as a secondary general. But yeah, they should really be... I think Orcs and North should really be committing as much as possible. Then, if their allies also join in and just put pressure on places, they could do a lot of damage right now, like really soon. They're breaking this sword here. This choke point is in danger of actually being overwhelmed very soon. If they all war cry or something, that Gondor sword breaks now. And then you're in. Sadly for the forces of evil, though, it does look like Athelian regulars are all arriving here, but these aren't nearly as good as the Gondor swords. We are going to see a Noldorian swords come forward. That will certainly help force back the orcs. And we've got goblins in as well. We've got the High Chieftain's Guard in here. The guards of Emin Arnhem in there as well, aren't they? The Lords of Emin Arnhem. Yeah, they've been pretty battered, but they are still holding. The Gundabad Warlords going in. They're taking on these Noldorian swords. The Warlords here definitely got the jump on these Noldorian swords as well. They did not get a good charge, if one at all. And there you go, the men of Gondor, well, the men of Ithilien, really, and the elves of Lindon fighting side by side once again, just as the last alliance intended. Mountain Orc traverses over here getting shot. Not the better, these aren't the better Orc archers to bring, actually. You want to bring the other ones, the cheap ones, they actually have better shooting stats. These guys have good ammo and stuff like that. Sorry, good armor. But yeah, they're actually not better for shooting. Got Golder blades here as well, getting ready. Again, whether the attackers can use the angles here, bow rival, they can get side shots. They are doing it actually. So it's good to see they are trying to get side shots into those Noldorian nobles. They haven't got a lot of ammo left. I think the person with the most ammo left is actually going to be the city-state of Colossus. He's also got javies, which could be very useful. But yeah, ammo is sort of running low when it comes to the attackers. This is also, I mean, there's so many polearms. There's a Noldorian noble one there. We've got, yeah, the Noldorian noble one there. Founding Guard, I think, are all dead, and there's still a Warden of Ithilien here, or is there still one Founding Guard holding a Warden of Ithilien there? Yeah, they had 6 in total, so they did all bring their polearm complements, which is kind of insane. This is looking like the most likely place, I think, to break through. I was about to say this one over here. Actually, maybe not. No, there's a Founding Guard here. So, geez, how many do they have?
Don't lose your head.
Maybe they did only have 6, and they hadn't killed nearly as many as I thought. I don't know.
Their tower has been destroyed. This bodes well.
But this is looking really good. Personally, I think this choke point here, you keep feeding more and more men into it. Like, it's not got the best infantry in the world in here. And these Ithilien regulars, quite easy to grind them down with your better infantry that you're setting in as Gundabad, or as the Orcs of the North, whatever you want to call them. You can absolutely grind those guys down. We've still got, yeah, another Summons to the Eye here, some more shock to go in. You could probably do some reinforcements, but I definitely think that, yeah, this team should probably be helping assault the spot, because, I mean, this spot, not really easy to attack. You can see all these Haven Watchers here ready to get rear shots onto anything of value that goes in. But now I'm going to see a charge actually here from... Oh, this is Orcs to the north here as well. He's well overstretched. You should let Mordor attack here. He does not have the resources to be here as well. He shouldn't be here. He should have let his allies deal with this assault. Deal with the other one all on his own. I mean, there's 3 players and 3 choke points. It should be a player per choke point at this point. I mean, even then, you don't have to attack them all equally. You can attack some better than others. Like just having a diversionary attack. You want to have pressure on all and every single one of them. Again, like, I think you get great side shots here with the defenders. It's like this cliff top is disgusting to try and assault. It really is. It's a really balanced map, but I do personally think this final stand, if you have a lot of troops on it, my gosh, it's hard to take. There you go, Uruk Throng, force back, Citadel Guard and Founding Guard. Successful. I'm going to see a Javi volley here from the Legionnaires Colossus. I mean, if the Citadel Guard wanted to, they could just charge down and deal with these Legionnaires. Again, shooting here, volleys, Marksman of the Mausoleum. Shooting Gondor Archers, not a bad target then, I guess to shoot. I was going to say, don't shoot the Citadel Guard head on. That's not a good idea. Missile block is incredible for those those spearmen. Yeah, right now I think the defenders are in a pretty comfortable position. They've got a decent amount of ammo left. Not too many, like quite a lot of reserves as well. I mean, numbers-wise, that's still that's 6,000 against 3,300, nearly 2-to-1 odds. That's pretty good. The elves can take those sort of elves. Men of Gondor less so, but I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen.
Men are broken and running for their lives.
There's ankle biters here, causing a bit of grief for these men of Eminanen, Lords of Eminanen. I always forget their names. There's so many subplots now, it's impossible to remember all these names. Bit of a rejuvenated assault there. Still not really breaking through. Noldoran Nobles lost 2 guys, and I'm pretty sure those are from the Archers, not from melee. Polearm over here is still in the game. We've got Awards of Athelion there with 27 guys. They should send ammo over here, like more men. More men with bows, more men with ammo. Send more archers, put them over here, and then start getting side shots.
Our men run
Do a lot
from
of
the
damage
enemy.
to just keep
This is
destroying
shameful.
whatever they throw in here. Which is what they should do. It looks like they are losing archers over here. They're losing a ranged fight right now. Is the City of Colossus. He is nearly out of ammo actually on quite a lot of these marksmen. I mean, this one's still quite healthy for ammo. He is losing a range fight though because the Haven Watchers have joined with Gondor and they are like 6v or 7v2ing a range fight here. And yeah, no wonder they are winning decisively. I don't know what happened to the rest of the archers over here. He is trying to shoot. He is trying to shoot into the backs of these Noldoran nobles who are starting to die a little bit, but not a lot. And they will fight to pretty much the last man. Personally, like I said already, this should be the center of attack. The other trolls should be coming up on this ramp. If it's not, if Mordor's sending it elsewhere, I think he's made a mistake. Even if this isn't in the choke point that they break through yet, if the attackers do break through, I don't know, I haven't seen it in this video. But if they are to break through anywhere, it is most likely to be over here, which works both ways. Like, the attackers obviously, you know, keep sending stuff this way because it looks successful, but the defenders pull stuff away from other choke points, weakening the other choke points. If they can keep sending huge, sizable forces over here, the attackers, and keep drawing more troops in. I mean, like, look, we just seen more Greenwood sword masters coming in. This is an elven unit that Athelion has. This will hold for a while. This is a good unit. I do like this unit as well. It's sort of like, in luck, it's quite cool. I do feel like the mismatch of armor, not very elven. They're OCD maniacs. They would all have identical armor. In my opinion, I would just make them all have the sort of the brownish armor. It's rather than the Elven King silver, apart from maybe the officer. But yeah, these Greenwood Swordmasters now over here. We also got Shipwright Nobles. They're dragging a lot of elite swords over this flank over here just to deal with. I mean, there is now a bit more of a build-up here. There is more stuff here, which is good, but it's weakening other choke points. There is there's those spears there, Forest Watchman. There's the general, but if they somehow do break through this, which actually the Noldoran nobles are starting to die, there isn't a lot of reserves actually. What I'm trying to say is to actually, you know, save any of the situation, because they've all been sent over here, because this is the problem area. You can see there's shock infantry and polearms here. They're ready to defend this spot. They're thinking this is the problem area. This is where we're sending everything, not anywhere else. So in a way, though it looks like it might be the most likely place to break through one, say, they might not break through there first. It's going to be one of the other choke points, because they've drawn resources to the problem area, the defenders, and left other choke points a little lightly defended. I mean, they're not yet, but they might be later on. See if that works. I mean, right now, at the moment, it doesn't seem like these City of Colossus is having any joy getting through. I mean, he has a lot of good resources, the City of Colossus. There's a pike unit here. Pike's at the Stone Gate. It's a tier 3 pike. Don't know how good it is. I don't think I've ever seen it actually in action. They're pumped for the battle, though. I can tell you that much. And there's some good shock left. A really good shock. We've seen these guys before. They're protected the Sacred Eye, and then they have chevrons. They'll be good in combat somewhere. But yeah, I think Colossus, he's attacking one choke point, send stuff elsewhere, help your allies. Some of you, Mordor especially, and it also looks like Orcs in North, they're going to need a bit more help. Like, you're not going to be able to send up, you should only ever be sending 1, maybe 2 units into melee at a time. You're not going to win the melee fights necessarily, but you're going to wear down the stuff, and it just means that you can, you know, be aggressive elsewhere. You can help out your allies. Looks like Mordor's also really interested in helping his teammate out here. It's kind of meaning that... Actually, no, he's got Uruk along there and Mordor Uruks. But this is I think this choke point looks a lot more promising than it did 2-3 minutes ago. Like I said, those pole arms they were losing. They are now back stabilized. But the general's in here as well. I don't think it will make a difference if Lyndon's general dies or not. Their morale's pretty solid. Look at the stacks here, though. Look at that. If you had artillery of anything, like a Scorpion or a Trebuchet, what a huge hit that is. I also really appreciate that it's like half gold, half silver. That is very, very nice on the eye. Yeah, that is tough now to break through. But this is what I mean. There's so many units here for the defenders now. And there's something more here. Eldorian swords being sent here as well. I'm seeing Mordor Orcs go in from Mordor. So he actually is supporting his ally here. Good to see. But yeah, and they're immediately losing. My gosh, poor guys. They get countercharged by the Eldorian swords. But yeah, so much resources here. Dealing with actually what is quite a small orc invasion on this flank, anyway. This could end up being their undoing for the defenders, that is. If the attackers can kind of keep up the premise, there's a lot of troops over here, and they can keep flooding, fresh reserves in here just to keep a lot of these troops occupied. They can batter through somewhere else. Numbers-wise, right now, it is 4,700 against 2,700. They have closed the gap a little bit, actually. Orc yet to go in. I would like to see them in at some point. I'm sure they're going to have a say in the final result. Oh, it's a Morgul Raider, not a Morgul Orc. Well, it's still suffering. They could do with a little bit more in this this fight here. They have got Uruk Throngers waiting. But yeah, they're going to need a little bit more here. If they had archer ammo, I would also use that on that pole arm. Desperately, that's where it's needed. Colossus keeps on trying to break through. Pelagia Marines now is his opponent. Should easily deal with these guys. But they fall back, and it's now back to just busting their heads against Citadel guards and Fountain guards in a nasty pike choke point there. And this is kind of the part of the problem now for siege battles. A lot of people, I do the same. You pike stack. I try not to. I try to not bring as many pull-ups as possible. That's why I like setting rosters sometimes. I feel like for like sieges when we do scenarios like the Carandos one the other day. And you limit the amount of pole-arms people can bring. I feel like it's much more, I don't know, much more of a free game if people don't bring pole-arms or pikes. Or if you do it, you give the attackers double the amount that you give the defenders. So the defenders ultimately are keeping theirs right at the back in a really hard place that you can't really easily access them. The attackers will usually go to attack up a nice open slope or somewhere to get them to the front lines. You give them double the amount that the defenders have, they're inevitably going to lose some of those archer ammo, while the defenders aren't, or are less likely to. Like, I feel like in the Carandos siege we did recently, like, I think most of the attackers all had about 1, maybe 2 pole arms. Defenders only had about 2, I think. And we made it work. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be mean. Don't want to be too rocky because I think the players are pretty good as well. But I think better players would take advantage of like a 6-2 pole arm advantage, easy stomp it. But we'll see. I guess we'll never know. Actually, I say we'll see. We'll never know. Pike to the stone gate coming forward though. This is sort of the movement that we need to see happen. Pole arm needs to be dealt with in some way or another. A pike is a good way to deal with it. Pikes typically have longer range as well than pole arms, so might be able to outrange these Noldorian nobles, actually do some damage to them. We will see. I'm concerned he hasn't got his pikes out yet. But we'll see. There you go, pikes out. I think in a shield. Dev really likes his pikes on the shields. Yeah, they should go in soon. It's like another Macedonian phalangites sort of thing going on. They're going to stand literally in front of the sword line. But they're going to countercharge. Yeah, there we go. Noldorian swords countercharge. The pikes come down though before the pikes be caught out of formation. And there you go. They're going to start poking away. They are getting side-shot here by Athelian Rangers and by Elberon, but it's not a lot of ammo. The pikes are still engaged. They might take some damage here, we'll see, but maybe not enough. Oh, nice little side charge going on here by the elves. I like that. I like that sort of initiative. That will work. Might get a few kills here and there. And it opens the groundwork for maybe a larger assault. That's a good way to get around the flanks of these pikes. I don't think they're losing. They've lost 10 guys already, but they're not losing. They're just, combat even. This is a real throw of the dice here. If this gets thrown back here by the defenders, I don't know if the attacks have got enough, as it currently stands, to make another assault on this side for a little while. Which might free up units for the defenders to send elsewhere. We'll see. Servants of the Eye with silver chevrons. Yeah, they're going to be a real problem. They really are. Where has the other troll gone? Wait, oh, it's coming up. It's literally, as I say that, it's going up to this flank of it. Interesting side to send it onto. I think this is looking like a very tough flank to try and break through. Citadel guards here and founding guards still in good sort of strength. And there's a lot of other chaff in there as well to sort of, stop the trolls. And they still have ammo here. A little bit of ammo. Like I said, I'd send them to the other flank. Get them all the way over there. I don't know why the trolls are coming this way. You've got so many other units you could send in first. And I mean, I'm surprised all three protectors of the Sacred Iron are going here. And all these swords. You do not need all these units here attacking this one point. Send stuff to other choke points. Help out your allies. Like over here, Colossus will be so desperately needed. I mean, they're not right this second, but like, they are going to need more. They are... This is the biggest choke point. It looks like the biggest chance of breaking through. And they're close. What about, oh no, these are Tomb Raiders, aren't they? Not good about Wars. Tomb Raiders. They're nearly through. I mean, if they keep cycle charging all these shipwright nobles, they will do a lot of damage. Swords, they're winning in a 3-on-1 fight there. They were. The trolls over here will be huge. There's not a polearm in sight. Archer ammo is very low. There you go, and we've got the Greenwood Swordmaster over here. They help stabilize this front, because otherwise those Servants of the Eye, they were winning that hand over fist. With the Servants of the Eye coming ready to go in though, that will sort of help that flank out. There's wavering Athelian regulars in here. Like I said, War Cries could be very useful right now for trying to pop some of the, to get rid of some of these vendors. We've got another Servants of the Eye still mounted to go in, and there's another one here, Nazgul, waiting to go in. They've got plenty of, what could be very, very good infantry. Another thin line here of elves holding back a lot of evil men. Here come the pikes again. They're coming forward once again. Maybe they didn't really like the formation they're in. Oh, I don't know. Oh, they've really changed the formation they're in. A much more narrow one now. They're going to try and break through a very small spot in the line, or is this maybe, this also could just be a micro mistake, I don't know. No, he's going in, he is going in, he's giving the order, he's going to try and smash through a certain spot. Or not, no, he is stretching them out now. I think it must have been a mistake. Polearms are losing. Still not yet got a half strength though. They are taking a beating, and they're doing a lot of damage. Trolls are in. Trolls are trying to smack their way through line upon line here of Gondorian and Athelian troops. I think it's Boromir in this fight? Yeah, I actually didn't even bother to look. to see who was the general for Gondor. But it is Boromir. Elrond's hit. He's probably of some blood relation to Boromir.
The enemy are losing their advantage.
Troll's going to keep slamming down. There's Silver Elves are in there. Good amount of mass now going as well. We've got a good amount of shock in here. Pole arms are losing. Fountain Guard are dying. 27 of them left. Let's check some of the other choke points out. They're holding. They are holding. Balance power is more in favor of the attackers than ever before. It's 3,200 against 1,400. Cries of the defenders goes up to keep fighting. Fight to the end for freedom. For all men and elves left in Middle Earth. Not let darkness take over. Yeah, Wardens of Ithilien, they're winning this. So we have got commitment of more pole arms here. The Noldorian nobles are here as well. So they've recommitted some assets from one spot to another. Oh no, maybe not. The Noldorian this one is still here. Jeez. Where does this one appear from? They're endless. They are endless. I'm pretty sure I've seen 3 different units of Wardens of Ithilien. I might be wrong. I might be tripping. Still nothing gives way. There's 5 minutes left of this replay. Who is going to win? I can see Boromir. I don't know if you can. He's got that red shield sort of by the troll there. Let's have a better look at him. Being very much like Boromir, fighting in the front, trying to get some kills. There's no archers left, so he won't get at least shot by 3 arrows in his chest. There's a bit of routing starting to take place. The Sylvan Archers are routed. Ithilien Rangers are losing in here. Boromir is kind of going between winning and combat even. This choke point's looking a bit more promising, but a lot of attacks losing in here as well. Protectors of the Sacred Iron losing. Mordor Urks losing. Yeah, both sides, you know, kind of holding on for now. This is actually looking even more concerning now. This is, yeah, really bad. So there's been a bit of more of a breakage that's gone on literally since we worked away. Shipwright Noble's gone, and also Greenwood Swordmaster's all gone. It's now just polearms here on their own. The Wardens of Ithilien are going to be the target. They are the weaker of the two in number and also in quality. And there's a gap. That is very much a gap. I would say if they can keep going in that direction there, Camul with his bodyguard, he can get around that polearm. He can do some serious damage. There you go. I would say that's absolutely legal. There was nothing stopping him doing that. And he's around. And he's going to be able to hammer and anvil these polearms now. And this could be the breakthrough that Evil has been looking for. Over here, all going fine. I generally don't know why they haven't sent some stuff elsewhere. There's a Forest Watchman that's just stood here as well. 40 guys. That's not been used in the right place. Elrond is now rushing back, as are Haven Watchers. They're sending any sort of available archers over there, but it's going to be a little too late. I think the Nazgul's going to try and remount in a second here. In goes Camul, he's getting rear charged into elves, but he's himself being rear charged. That's a Tomb Raider coming into the back there. Smashing the skulls of those elves. And that's Haven Watchers, a tier 1. It won't hold for long. The Noldorian Nobles, they've broken as well because they got rear charged by Camul. And this choke point is fully open. I think, yeah, we're seeing the Nazgul remount. We're going to see another Sons of the Eye remount. Archers being sent forward. They should be sent in as mass.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
This choke point actually looks like they are making a good sort of counter-offense. We're seeing more forces being sent in here. Yeah, look at this. Like, Legionnaires all losing, Pikes losing. Like, the defenders are holding it. Problem is there's a whole choke point that has just opened up, and they are evidently not aware of the situation. Or maybe they just know that they're powerless to change anything. Athelian Rangers routing here. Yeah, I think Osciliath is just routing. Not Osciliath. Athelian is just routing everywhere. There goes Elbron. Yeah, he's not even been killed. He just routed at sheer sight. Army losses have come into it. That's why he's breaking. I imagine someone is going to cut him down, and that general is going to die shortly. And that is going to see then a mass rout of all of the Athelian units, I would have thought. There's not that there's many Athelian units left. Gondor and Lindenhold alone. And a renewed assault here from the Protectors. I forgot what they are, the Protectors of the Stars? What are they? Protectors of the Sacred Iron. I wonder what the Sacred Iron is. Mithril? I don't know. Unlikely. Rear charge here, though, from the Nazgul is going to be devastating. They're going to try and get a rear guard going with these archers. Not going to do a lot. It's going to be painful. Oh, yeah, that flattened those elves. They're going to just continue on. They generally could if they wanted to. It wouldn't be a pull-through. And there you go, elves break. I don't know if that's going to cause army losses. A lot of these elven archers being here is going to be massively a help for the morale, just extra units here. Shipwright Nobles wavering. Not yet stirred. They are capturing the point. There you go. They have captured the orcs in the north. That's going to be massive for morale as well. And there you go. That's caused all of Gondor over here to mass rout, losing that cap point. I think army losses came into it as well. And I think one good rear charge here might be enough. General has died. I think that might be either Elbron or Boromir. It's definitely not the Veterans of the Stars, but it does not matter. That is them all dead. The final elves down there get cut down, and there you go, a Pyrrhic victory for the city-state of Colossus and its allies, Mordor and the Orcs of the North. But yeah, this one was sent in by Nikki, who was playing as... Oh no, it wasn't. It was sent in by Ark, sorry. He was playing as the city-state of Colossus. But well done to Nikki and to Tim Cheese as well for winning that one. Very good result for those two. Well done to Toast, Ianilo and Tanzim as well, all did a very good job as the defenders. They inflicted a lot of losses on these guys, and I feel like they could have held it. Like I said, I feel like they didn't really send enough to the danger position. I feel like that was a real problem, but really well played, I feel like, by both sides. I think the defenders maybe made a few mistakes with maybe their setup and just some of their choke point management, leaving gaps in the line. But apart from that, did a very good job. We'll have a quick look at some of the kills. So yeah, this is Ark's army of Colossus. 125 kills here with the Legionnaires. Another one getting 186 kills. 130 kills with the Protectors of the Iron. Pike's only getting 40, which is quite a shame. His archers, I think, also just got focused down and killed. Not getting more than 60. Then we have Nikki here playing as the Orcs of the North. 120 kills here with his Nazgul. General is still very healthy. His sword's got absolutely obliterated, but maybe it has something to do with fighting elves. I'm not sure. They were doing that quite a bit. 94 with the Gunnerbad Warlords. Tomb Raider's getting 148, 144. Not too bad for the Lara Crofts of Middle-earth. Champions of Dol Guldur here getting 121 kills. Kamul getting 192 kills is very reasonable for him. He's a good unit. 200 kills here with the Mountain Orc Traverses. 150 kills. 158 kills. And then his Cav here, 102 kills, and his Trolls, 166. Then we have Tim Cheese playing as the other Mordor army. Well, it's the Mordor army, getting 160 kills here. Uruk Throng, 126 kills, another one of his Uruk Throng. His bodyguard only getting 62 kills. His Morgul Raiders, 204. And then his Trolls, 132 kills. And then his Cav, 297 kills, 263 kills. Then we have Toast playing as a Athelian. 103 kills with his regulars here, 144 with another one. His Greenwood Swordmasters, 106 kills. 154 kills with the Lords of Emmet Arnin, 173 kills with another one there. The Wardens of Athelion, 176 kills. And then his Athelian Rangers, 169 kills. Then we have Gondor here, played by Ian Nilo, played Gondor. I got 142 kills there. And then 257 kills. But yeah, really, actually looking at the kills, bar that, these two units got triple figures, but nothing else getting triple figures. Kind of crazy there for Gondor. I'm kind of surprised by that. Tanzim playing as Lyndon, getting the most kills here. You can see elves just are OP. 192 kills with the Haven Watchers, 211 here, 284 kills, 342 kills with the Noldorian Nobles, 110 with another one there. The Noldorian Spears, 127 kills, 116, 147 kills, 217. These, yeah, swords and spears did very well. Then his Shipwright Nobles, 332 kills, 106, 234. And his General, which is still really healthy, 226 kills. But there you go, guys. That is today's Dawnless Days siege battle. The last alliance has fallen, sadly, to the forces of evil here today. It's a sad day for all things good in the world of Middle-earth. But I hope you did enjoy. And if you want to see some more Dawnless Days action, maybe, see evil get beaten and good be victorious, check out some of the videos appearing on your screen now. Maybe they win, maybe they don't. But until next time, I'll see you in the next one.